Hey guys, Fuzzy here. The Sea of Thieves developers recently held a community direct, during which they outlined some of the most significant changes coming to the game. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how they deliver content, as well as the introduction of some highly requested features that are so serious, a creative mode that might bring us back a new Arena 3.0, or even better, a private server, so you can sail with you and your entire fleet of friends. And all this is coming sooner than you think. This isn't just another minor update or a season, it's a significant shift in their entire approach that will change Sea of Thieves forever. So what does this all mean for us, the players? I'm going to break down all the details they shared. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. The developers acknowledged that the old model, where a season might focus only on one thing, often left the sandbox feeling stale and didn't cater to everyone. These staggered updates, aimed at improving server quality, did not quite meet our expectations. To address this, they're transitioning to a monthly content release schedule, which will begin with this Season 17. Here's a breakdown of how each season will now be structured. In the first month, the focus will be on refreshing the sandbox and adding new elements to the world. For example, Season 17 includes the new smugglers, their hideouts, and dangerous cargo runs. This month will also consistently feature a community weekend. Yes, community weekends will always be during the launch of a season and not the following month anymore, like how it used to be, which explains why we didn't get a community weekend in Season 16. Second month. This month is dedicated to a new expanded live event. The idea is to create a unique moment in time for the community. For example, a planned heist of a sea fort in Season 17. These events aren't one time only. They will return in a rotation. So you won't miss out forever if you can't play during that month. To me, this feels like No Man's Sky, the way they do expeditions and bring back older rewards and events. This is perfect, and I really like something similar to this in Sea of Thieves. Third month. This will be a call to action that revisits and overhauls a beloved part of the game. For example, in Season 17, they're starting with skeleton forts, which will be updated with new mechanics like traps and attacks from the Dark Brethren's ghost ships. Also, a Golden Glory event will always happen in the final month. So first month, new feature and changes to the world. Second month, an event that's either new or returning with some rewards. Third month, a revisit to old feature that gets upgraded and revamped to something new, in addition to Golden Glory. This sounds perfect, but let's just hope it sticks. They even gave us a look ahead at Season 18, which will have a specific focus on the Devil's Roar. It's set to build on the lore of the Dark Ancients that were hinted at before, with new threats to encounter and hidden shrines for players to discover. This is all intended to breathe new life into that region. But during that season, they will also revisit emissaries and improve on that. Now, as for the fix the game crowd, the developers were pretty open about feeling like they were always on the back foot, reacting to problems such as performance degradation, exploits, and long-standing bugs. That only made most of us more frustrated as the updates rolled in. So, to stay ahead of this, they've established a dedicated team called Guardians of Fortune. We have heard before that they have a dedicated team for fixing bugs. Yes, it is the same team. Now it has received a massive upgrade that will make them much more efficient. Now, the Insider program and Rare are finally removing the NDA from the Insider program. Finally, like most other games do, a public test realm. This means you can publicly discuss the Insiders program whenever they implement this change, allowing for better feedback and a larger player base to test features before they are released to retail. As for when will this happen, they only said it's coming really soon, so we don't have an exact date just yet. In addition, a team called Captains of Adventure is now dedicated to the multi-year vision for Sea of Thieves. They're looking at things we've always wanted, like expanding the experiences you can have on ships, maybe even new ship types, new world experiences, and new ways to expand what it means to be a pirate legend. This is precisely what we want. They didn't provide specifics or details, but they said they would discuss this further in the next community direct, which should happen once every 6 months. Finally, we have the feature that has been requested for years, custom servers, and it's much better than you think. Now officially called Custom Seas. This isn't a small addition, it's a powerful toolkit that we will get. The developers described it as having Sea of Thieves at your fingertips. It's a collection of settings, toggles, and switches that lets you curate the world your way, more like a creative mode Sea of Thieves. You'll be able to set up the specific ships you want in a server, and you can completely break the normal crew limit. They give an example of having 16 people on a sloop if you're going to. Let's say, for example, imagine 2 groups of 8 people fighting each other on a sloop just because we can. That's gonna open a lot of opportunities to what Sea of Thieves is. And in my opinion, this is the most important feature that's coming to Sea of Thieves, because the only reason games like GTA and Minecraft exist is not because of the content they provide, it's because of the modding, the creative tools, things that the community brings in. You can spawn whatever treasure you want, whenever you want. You can even control the world itself by turning off threats like the Kraken or the Storm. Additionally, creators will gain access to a cinematic camera based on the same tools developers use for their own videos. You can bring back Arena or something similar and have spectator mode flying around while you commentate on your stream. You can also set the time of day and capture those perfect shots for your thumbnails or whatever you want for your event. But that is not all. Custom Seas will also have a very special feature called Safer Seas Fleets, which allows for a full server of friends on the same server so you can simply have a good time. I'm not sure how the gold and progression will be there, as they have not given us any information on that yet, so stay tuned. Custom Seas will be a premium feature, obviously with a subscription model, ensuring it receives ongoing support and development, and is expected to be live in early 2026. That is around 6 months from the time of this video. And this is a massive deal for this community and me personally. Many of you who have been around for a while will remember my special community events like Rise of the Reaper and the Pirate King. I had to put those back on the shelf simply because the old custom servers were so complex and dysfunctional, with more than 2 hours of preparation time just so we can have a 1-hour event. They were a rudimentary alpha version with essentially no settings to work with, basically current Sea of Thieves server with less, and only the Sea of Thieves partners had access to. However, with the new tools and settings introduced with Custom Seas, all these community events will return, and they will be at full bellow. To participate, please join my Discord, where rewards for our events will be rare cosmetics, ancient coins, and plunder passes. I'll be sure to let you know if any updates are there. We have more than 30,000 pirates ready to set sail, so feel free to jump in the description. Now, while all of this sounds good on paper, let's be honest. We've had things mentioned and then failed to deliver from Rare's side. The original seasonal model, for example, was intended to feature 4 major updates per year, but this schedule became inconsistent over time. We can only hope that this new structured plan stays on point, as there is something really important. This time, it's more important than ever for them to deliver. The world of gaming piracy is growing, and we have large titles like Crosswind and Ahoy on the horizon that will make for some serious rivals. This kind of competition is healthy. It pushes developers to even do better. So hopefully this new direction for Sea of Thieves is the one that sticks. What are your thoughts on these changes? Will Rare commit to their plans, and will we finally get the proper changes that we always asked for? Let me know in the comments, or you can discuss it with me on stream. Fuzzy here, happy sailing.